Okay. And welcome back to the Pop. I am your host, Moraya, creator and founder of Mastering Progress, and a 20 something year old who decided not to go to therapy. So she created her own podcast. So we're here. And this is actually season 5. It's crazy to think it's been 5 years, and it's crazy to think that year 5 is the year where I'm finally in a studio. We're not recording at home. Um, I am batching them, so it makes it easier for me to be consistent. If you don't know who I am, like I said, I'm Moraya, creator and founder of Mastering Progress. I created Mastering Progress about, I want to say now, 7 years ago. And it started out as just a way of me writing about all of the crazy and messed up stuff that was going on in my life at the time and kind of just venting to everybody. Um, Not really to everyone. I guess the interweb. I was venting to the interweb, but I was doing it for my sanity. And it started out as a blog. It's still a blog, which will be revamping. Um, and we have now the podcast. We have our marketing and event planning agency, which has grown so much, which I'm so excited about. And we'll talk later in this January series about. And I, what else do we have? We have things that are in the works, which I'm really excited about, but we won't talk about until things are finalized. And Um, I can't wait to really take you guys along the journey. Um, I'd probably sound really tired because I am experiencing what it means to be a working mom right now while I'm taking care of my cousins, and I'm they're wonderful kids, so it's not like it's crazy. It's just like, wow, the moms who are doing this, good for you. I'm not getting the right amount of sleep. I feel like I'm so like drained. um so mothers, take care of yourself. But anywho, we're here and we're getting it all done, and it's still working out, and they're all alive and good and healthy, so you know it's all good. With that being said, we are trying a new setup. I think December was the first time we filmed in the studio, and I'm really excited to be back in the studio um, with Edit House. And the space she created is amazing. So thank you for that. And now I think for our podcast journey, it's really finding the right mics. Um, Obviously, it needs to be wireless because they're just the setup needs to be wireless somehow, some way, some shape and form. This mic I'm not happy with right now, but it could just be because of my voice, and I don't like my voice. But we're figuring it all out, and we're taking it along with us, and we've definitely grown since uh, filming out of the room I was renting oh so many years ago. So I'm excited. We're in year 5. Who would have thought that? I'm also a little confused on the timeline because I have to go back. But we're calling this season 5, and I know it's going to be season 5. I'm just not sure if it's been 5 years or not, because I think I did split up seasons in 1 year, and then I decided that doesn't make sense. Why would I do that? You know. So we're here, and we're done with that. I'm sorry. I just wanted to get that out of the way. But with the beginning of the season, I think it is important to kind of share my story and let you know who I am, and why this podcast would be good for you or why it wouldn't be good for you. So, I don't like sharing my age, so I am 20 something, and I uh, I've experienced a lot since, like within 6 months of being on this earth. Your girl was adopt. Well, even before I came on this earth, I was set up for adoption, and I was adopted at 6 months. I have a lot of trauma with adoption, and I think it's something that is very important to talk about. I also think that um, I'm still healing a lot of what happened and is still happening, and I'm trying to figure out where I want to go from here. I definitely do know I want to adopt when I grow up. When I grow up, I'm already grown. I'm grown. Oh my gosh, when I grow up, I mean, I still have a lot of growing to do. So when I grow up, I want to adopt a child. Okay, because as an adoptee, I think I definitely understand a lot more of the mental side to all of this, and I think that is very important for anyone who is adopting a child to understand the mental, for a kid who has been adopted, especially a kid since birth who was adopted. With that being said, a lot of that trauma and, healing process is why I am the way I am today. And I think we're better for it. um, and I want to say about 7 or 8 years ago now, I came here for college. I went to an all girls school. Trauma in itself. But I did meet my best friend there, and I learned a lot about myself there. And because of it, I have, in a warped way, I have met, the people who I like to call my family up here as well. So I have a big family, made up of so many parts, and I'm very thankful for all of those parts. And um, college was a lesson, and then after college, I do work in corporate America. So that's a lesson in itself, corporate America. And then I am a serial entrepreneur who is ready to add more cereal to her entrepreneurship world. But for me, um, I grew up with a father who ran his own business. I also, for the beginning of my life, had a stay at home mom. So I would love to be a stay at home mom. I would. But now that I've dabbled my toe, honestly, well, now that I've jumped into entrepreneurship, I can't see myself ever stepping back out of that pool. But a life goal of mine is definitely to be a mom and to be a homemaker, because that in itself is a job. And um, I definitely, I don't know what that is. Hopefully, it will stop soon. And if it doesn't, I'm hoping the mic is not picking this up, but it could be. So I'm sorry. Anywho, um, definitely want to be a stay at home mom. And I genuinely want women to know that that is okay. I think in society today, we're all about hustle and work and do it all and have your own business, which I think is very important, obviously. Okay, obviously. But I also think it's important that we don't take away those, the important values of building like a family, not like a family, building a family. And I do think the whole like negative side of it, and like, oh, you're just a stay-at-home mom. No, you're not just a stay-at-home mom, because I'm experiencing it right now. You're not just a stay-at-home mom. That is a lot of work. Okay, a lot of work. So, um, obviously, I love being a boss, but and working, but I think um, building a home and all of that is still so much work and should be appreciated just as much. So, with that being said, I guess more about me. I don't think about myself that much. So when I do it, it does take me a while to think about what to say about myself. I do laugh at myself a lot though. Oh, see, it stops. There you go. I do laugh at myself a lot because I find myself funny because some of the stupid things I do, I'm like, okay, come on now, Mariah. And I think that's healthy. We have to be able to laugh at ourselves and look at ourselves and be like, girl, why? Why would you say that? Why would you do that? Why would you even think that? And then look at your mistake and be like, that's funny. I'm going to take that. I'm going to learn from it and we're going to keep it moving forward because I'm a funny girl. Funny, funny, funny. No, I really do laugh at myself so much. I the things that I think during a day, some of you might be scared of, and it might concern you because there are a lot of thoughts, but it's entertaining. It is very entertaining. Back to the topic at hand. So, I created Master in Progress, the brand overall, just because I wanted something for myself. I had grown up seeing my dad run his own business and see how much power that has, but also how much work it is. And it didn't scare me. And I was like, okay, let's do it for ourselves. There's a lot of things I want to do and I am going to do. Um, I think we started with Mastering Progress because I needed it for myself, and now it has grown into something that other people can use for themselves. And that's, I think, very important. I think being able to find something that heals something inside of you and make it use it to help other people is very important. And we've done that and we're continuing to do that. And it's grown into our events agency, which super excited about because I do love planning an event. I do commonly say I don't like people. And when I say I don't like people, it's because I do take in a lot of energy. Like I pay attention to how people are treating others, what they're saying, their body language, and that I scan them, right? And I'm listening. A lot of people will notice when I meet people, I I have a resting, face, and it looks like I'm just mad or angry or whatever. But no, I'm sitting here and analyzing because I have learned personally that I have to protect my peace. I have to protect my mind, and I have historically let in too many people who just wanted to take, 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 take. Now my circle is like this, that are small. It used to be like this, and now she's like this. And because of that, and that was all because of learning that I can't take on everyone's problems. And when I don't take on everyone's problems, then they get mad at me because I'm not helping, I'm not being a all this stuff. And it's because they expect that from me because I have said that. But I also learned I need to know how to find people who aren't going to just take, 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 take. And it's more of a friendship and a relationship. And just, I'm just happy to be next to you kind of situation. And it's hard to find that. And I don't think people realize that they're doing it either, or that they are heavily takers. Um, and it's been hard to find. But through all that, through all of my circle coming from this to this, and if you're just listening, I just did a big circle to a little circle. Um, but to learn that, um, and to be okay with that, I definitely had to grow in my faith. And um, for this January series, I want to talk about the four things I'm focusing on this year, which is faith, money, love, and happiness. And now I say it in that order because that's the order I want to talk about it in. I wouldn't say it's like the order that's correct to some of you, but I really don't care. But I am starting with faith because that is my foundation. My faith is my foundation and my rock, and I no one's ever gonna take that away from anything. That is the only thing I've had constant in my life is my faith, and um, my grandma taught me that is the most important thing in your life is your faith and your belief and that is how you become a better person is rooting yourself in your faith because for me I Jesus is my best friend. Me and Jesus are tight. Okay, maybe we need to be a little bit tighter because I definitely need to say some prayers before I talk to certain people or before I interact with certain people, albeit Jesus is my best friend. Talk to him every day. Start my day with the Bible. Am I perfect in that? No. But I really do like no phone. We're rolling over and we are happy that we're alive. Thank God that he woke us up again and we read the Bible because that book has so much on how to treat people, how to handle your money, how to be a philanthropist, which is very important to me, and how to just live your life. So why not start your day with that? So we started our day with it, and I didn't always do that, and I think I was very much like I still feel this sense of confusion at times. I still feel kind of lost at times, excuse me. And it's not like lost like I was for a good amount of time, especially when I came to college and I wasn't thinking straight and putting boys first and destroying myself and my body and my mental. I have this certain level of peace, and some people are like, peace, Moraya, you're literally like going crazy all the time. But at the basis of it, I have peace, knowing that um, this is all for the greater good of Jesus and God, and knowing that I'm not doing this for me and validation from the world. I'm doing it for God. So when I look at it, I'm like, okay, I'm doing it for God, which means that I need to do my best, be my best, show up as my best, no matter where I'm going. Um, and I think I heard my phone, and I'm not sure where my phone is. So, but anywho, um, it's grounded me. It's like, okay, I've lost all of these people. Whether it be through death or through choices that on how they want to treat me or how much a part of my life they want to be in, and I've lost a lot of people. Um, but it's helped me realize who is in my corner, who I want to be in my corner, who I want to bring with me through the rest of my life, who is worth fighting for, and also realize at the end of the day, if there is no one else in my corner and there is no one here for me, I have God who's sitting right here. Okay? He's sitting right here. And I may not hear him all the time. I may not want to listen to him all the time because we're a bit stubborn. Um, but he is there no matter what. And sometimes he's like, I'll let her do her thing and realize she was wrong and realize it's time to come back home. And each time I'm coming back home. So, um, I also think building a business off of faith and building a business off of the principles of God, which also means running a business morally, not just for, oh, I want money, grab, 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 grab. It's God, first of all, and we're going to talk about this in the next episode. Money is not evil, it's how you uh, hold on to it and treat it. That's what becomes evil. But when you're running a business, a faith based business, one, you know it's all going to work out no matter what. Even if that means closing a business, that meant God was like, this is the end of this and it's time to move on and we have something better for you. Um, Having a faith based business does mean that you do treat all your clients, all your prospects with respect and love and kindness, but also have the discernment to know when this is not going to work for my business. I don't see a future building with a certain vendor or other business. And having that discernment is very, very important in running a business. And I think a lot of businesses fail or don't do well or aren't as successful as they could be because they are not based in faith, especially for people who say they are Christian and you're not basing your everything you do out of the good holy book of the Bible and what Jesus told us to do, and then you're not going to go as far as you could. And so everything at the end of the day, whether it be my corporate life, whether it be my love life, whether it be my business, entrepreneurship life, whether it be my relationships with my family members and my friends, it all stems from my faith and it all stems from knowing that I'm expected to love others, be kind to others, forgive others, and treat others the way I want to be treated. And that's it. That's really it. That is literally it. Um and so in this new year, obviously I want to get stronger in my faith and believing in the power of Jesus because sometimes I think I can just believe in my own power. And my power isn't that great. So really relinquishing everything to God and praying about it and being like, okay, I'm going to do as much as I can do and then God's going to take it from there. And he will. He does. I've seen it. It's That's the only way I have grown is because of letting God do his thing. I kid you not. I don't know where else I would be. I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be doing this. I wouldn't be doing a lot of the things. Like when I tell you I put together a fashion show in 3 months without knowing, not having connections in the fashion industry in Boston, without having support or a team or anything. And I was able to raise money for Girl Up. And now this year, put on the same show, grow in the amount of support I've had and building a team, and also triple the amount we raised the first year. First of all, threes are important. You can't tell me that's not God. So when you do pray and set your intentions before God, and He's like, okay, we're going to make it happen, you best believe He's going to make it happen. And that's it. That's what I'm taking into 2026. God is going to make it happen. And that's all I need. I don't know. I don't know how. I don't know when. I don't know. Shoot. In the state I'm in, it's like, okay, yep, God's got it because I don't got it. I can tell you that right now. The only way I got it is because of Him. And that's it. And I'm good on that. And I'm happy with that. So, with that being said, I'm going to end this first episode because it was a little longer than I wanted it to be, but I think it covered a lot, and I am happy that all of you are here, and I'm happy to be going into season 5, and I am happy and can't wait to grow this community and grow as a whole, and um, as I said, grow my faith in God in this year of 2026, um, and keep it moving. So, thank you for joining me, and as always, keep thriving.